Guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come on here real quick. This will not be a long video. It's just a little check-in to say hey, and I am so sorry. It has been a few days since I posted any videos. Life here is crazy since my family has come down and brought my kids back, and then they've stayed for a week and visited, so really didn't have time to do a lot of videoing. I'm still kind of new to all this and not very out there with just whipping out a camera and videoing a lot, especially when it involves other people that might not want to be on camera and on my channel. So it's a learning process for me, and I'm sorry that my hair is just craziness right now. I'm not feeling that good today. I overdid it yesterday. But I do have an exciting update for my weight loss. I am 1 pound away from hitting my next goal weight, which is 180. And that is my halfway mark for my weight loss. That means I will have 40 pounds to go until I hit my original weight goal, which is 140. I'm aiming for 130, but we will see later on down the road where my body can get to. So it's not in a rush. I've been hitting like stalls here and there, like a week at a time, which I know is completely normal, but it's still frustrating when, you know, in the beginning you see everyday changes on the scale. So I'm just taking it easy. And it is not easy though for this journey. You know, I have to stay in 800 calories. I have to watch everything I eat, which is low fat or non-fat. Like I said, low calories. I need to have very low sugars. The only sugars I don't really have to watch, which my team has told me, is anything fruit related or veggie, because those are natural sugars, so I don't have to count those, which are good, but it's still hard to consume certain things, you know, without knowing for sure and checking. So anytime we plan a meal, I have to 100% make sure everything that we're putting in our food is going to agree with me and not cause me to be sick, which has happened a couple times. And let me tell you, dumping syndrome is not fun. It is not fun at all. But everything here has been going okay, besides me just feeling under the weather because of things that I did yesterday. I overdid it. I went crazy with cleaning and organizing and lifting things, and I knew right away when I was doing all this that I was probably going to pay for it later, and I did. Last night, my body was shutting down. I felt like I had the flu, but 10 times worse, and that's usually because of a flare-up. I've been in a flare-up off and on for many, many months, and it's been like that for years. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I haven't felt like that. So it's really frustrating, and it's only when I kind of push myself that it gets worse. And yeah, a lot of people be like, well, you know, then just take it easy. Well, that's not kind of how it goes for me. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids. So there's a lot of things that need to get done. And yes, my kids help me and they're amazing at helping me. But there's days that you just want to get things done your way and not have to go behind a bunch of people and have to finish a job they didn't really finish when you could have just done it and gotten it over with. I'm very scatterbrained when it comes to things. I will walk into the kitchen to initially get a drink, and I will find 5 things that needs to be cleaned up while I'm in there and forget why I even went in there to the first place. So yeah, I need to learn to just take it easy and relax. My mind has been all over the place lately with thinking about upcoming tests with my lungs. I am terrified. Last night I had a little breakdown because You know, support groups are supposed to be there to be supportive for you, and they can also be damaging in a way. And the reason for that is you see a lot of posts where someone has a similar situation as you and they were denied lungs and you have the same condition, and it freaks you out. Like I was in my how do I put this? So I was on my interstitial lung support group and I saw someone mention how they have an esophageal dysmotility disorder, which I do have. That means our esophagus is non-functional and they were denied a double lung transplant. And if anyone has been seen and accepted for lungs. Now I commented where I'm going and what they had told me, which was I needed to fix my weight and my GERDs to even be qualified for a double lung transplant. They never mentioned that my esophageal dysmotility was the issue. It was just the GERDs causing the major issues, and my weight was stopping me, and I had gastric bypass. I said, I don't know what they're gonna tell me after I lose the weight, and that's what terrifies me, I think, is that I went through all of this with the end goal of, you know, to get new lungs. And you don't really know what they're going to tell you. Is there going to be another reason why I won't qualify? And that will break me. I was crying my eyes out last night because the thought of them telling me after I did all this that, well, yeah, because you have esophageal dysmotility, you might not be able to get lungs. Probably would send me to the mental hospital. I probably would have a breakdown, like a mental breakdown. I haven't really sat and processed a lot of the things that I've gone through because it's just been bam, 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 one thing after another. And I try not to sit too long and dwell on the things that I can't control. But it's hard too to also be positive when you're facing a life and death situation eventually. And I'm young, I'm 33. Me and my husband are, you know, have been together almost 17 years, married 14. We have 3 young kids, and I want to be here for as long as possible and see my kids grow up and get married and have kids and do all these other things that you want to see your kids do. So yes, I am very terrified of what my future holds, which a lot of people would, but for me, my future is very uncertain when it comes to my health. My health plays a major role in my life, so I don't know what's gonna happen. And I think that's the thing that is upsetting me the most. I can't plan for certain things like most people can. They're planning trips for next summer. I can't really do that because I don't know if next summer I'm going to end up in the hospital needing to have a double lung transplant. We don't know. Luckily, I have an amazing team, and no one has told me that my esophageal dysmotility will stop me. So I'm hoping that that won't be a new issue, because if it is, I'm going to be very angry that no one told me that ahead of time. But I mean, I'm glad I had gastric bypass because I needed it. I needed it to get me healthy with my weight, and it cured my GERDs. I have no issues with my GERDs, and it's amazing. You go from needing to take a medication to control, you know, acid reflux that is so severe, aspirates into your lungs, can cause further damage, to also chewing a handful of Tums a day, to not even needing the Tums unless you have an upset stomach, which, I mean, I don't really have a stomach, I have a pouch. But anyway, I don't even need to chew a Tum, and I don't even really need to take an antacid pill, but I take it because I don't want to prevent anything else from happening, because it also heals the damage in my esophagus, meaning ulcers and stuff like that that was open. The other damage cannot be repaired. Since my scleroderma is the cause of all of this, once the damage is done, it's done. There's no repairing it. When I've done swallowing tests, 10 out of 10 swallows failed, meaning just 0% of my, like all of my esophagus doesn't function. It's really weird to see it on an x-ray when you're doing the barium test, and that's the swallowing test, and you see like the fluid going down your esophagus, and your esophagus is just not doing nothing, and you're swallowing and swallowing and swallowing, and it takes like so much swallowing to like even get it drizzled down. And it's scary because that's one of the reasons why I choke on food, or why things don't go down easy and I end up throwing up stuff, because it gets stuck and can't go down. I have done that with water, many times, pills. And I mean, pills that I take are like tiny. Certain foods, that's why I think I lean towards soft foods still over anything that is tough to chew, which now, because of my gastric bypass at where I'm at, I'm not even chewing anything that's tough meat. I stay away from tough meat now, so that's out of the equation. So I'm gonna get off here because I could ramble on and on. I just wanted to check in and say hey, and I promise you guys I will do a longer video a little down the road. Life here has been hectic since the kids have been back. We've been just trying to get things back in order, back in a routine, and yeah, just kind of relax now that family is gone. We can kind of go back to how things used to be. Now we have to get ready for school to start in a few weeks, so I'm not looking forward to that. I know a lot of people are like, why? I love when my kids go back to school. Not me, because that means I have to get up early too. And I love sleeping in. So you all have an amazing day. I will check back in with you later on this week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.